Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On the option right is Fields.
And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
You look at this Packers defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Here's Fields.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, did throw 3 touchdowns.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Anders Carlson now for the point after.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the option left is Fields.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Fields going to keep it once more.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Fields. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. You look at this Packers defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there.
64 yards. And the Packers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves. Now, they feel exponentially worse.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their 3rd in a row. And the question is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession.
From the 47 now, that work with a 2nd and 7.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Meanwhile, Fields throw here into the hands of Moore.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Lambert.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Sykes. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now Fields.
Touchdown Bears! DJ Moore with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bears are back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Second and 6. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Here's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now a 3rd and 6. Fields now to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll set up to throw. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Lambert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Out of the gun, Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Only took them 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
Well, my dad would say sometimes. I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Back to throw, Fields. That's to Moore, he's got it. Touchdown Bears.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Now the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Packers with a football here late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Lambert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
These two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of this.
Man is caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that second.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Jayden Reed.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Go. And they run the option on second down.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On third down, Sykes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Here we go. Second and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sykes. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, they're hoping the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third and 5. From the gun, here's Fields.
And he's going to have the hook up to Scott.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
Up the middle they go.
Sykes. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks, touchdown, Chicago!
Tyler Scott,
52 yards.
and the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the Packers get set to go. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, they'll run it here. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you where he had the first.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
Being chased out left. And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will back now here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore.
And it's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Sykes. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Sykes. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here's Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Fields. Shoves him away. And he'll run right through it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Fields.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
To throw is Fields.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Back to throw. Fields.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. Here's Nixon. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packers offense set to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
104 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll look to throw here. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
They'll go with a keeper. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Hauled in downfield, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So now Fields and the Bears
down by 7. 1:17 remains. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down.
Here we go. We're good.
Now Fields. Pass complete. It's Scott.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
All eyes on Fields. He's got Mooney. Gets through and now an opening. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. Here's Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And the ball is knocked out.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be brain dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
He's back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Go.
And one last throw here for Fields.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.